What's up, everybody? We are sitting here on March 3rd, 2020, and we are still sitting here without a Nintendo Direct. Someone noted on Twitter, it has been 180 days. I mean, there's even Twitter accounts that have renamed themselves waiting on the Nintendo Direct or Nintendo Direct counter. It's ridiculous. I mean, we are 180 days deep without a Nintendo Direct, almost half a year, about half a year now. And it's just ridiculous to even think about. But we got to think about exactly what's going on, because I think it's safe to say that now it's not really a matter of when is this thing going to happen, it's a matter of why is this thing not happening. And we got to really take the details apart and look at what could be happening behind the scenes, the reason that this is stretching. It could be for good reasons and it could be for bad reasons. But I want to hope and say that it's for good reasons. And let's talk about what those good reasons could be before we get to the bad ones. So the first thing I was thinking about is maybe is this some type of game that's pushing them back. And I thought about it. There could be two games that I'm thinking of right now that could be pushing them back so far in order to have this Direct. And I thought of Breath of the Wild 2 and Super Smash Bros. Now, Breath of the Wild 2 was heavily rumored to either be at the end of this year or next year. And I think it's right now on the line. It's right on the verge of being either or. And I think they need to know if Breath of the Wild's coming out this year or if it's next year. If it's next year, they need to have a big game for this year. And they're trying to get the release schedule, kind of lined up. And they could have gave the development team for Zelda, Eiji Aonuma, just more time. And they could have said, look, you have the next couple of months, we'll push the Direct back and see if you can get this done. This could very well mean a Breath of the Wild 2 trailer in this Direct and showcasing that it could come out this year, which would be insane. I think people will lose their minds. And this could be a well-worth reason for waiting for the Direct. This could be a reason they had to push it back. They had to make sure that this game was ready to go before they put it in the Direct. Smash Bros., believe it or not, is another example of this because I feel like they could be working on the next character. At first, I didn't think this character was going to be revealed anytime soon. I was thinking E3, but now that we're pushing this Direct all the way to March, looking to be mid-March, deep March, I don't know what to expect anymore. We could very well get a brand new Smash character, and at this point, it wouldn't surprise me. I could see them revealing the character in the way they did Joker, and then eventually going over him again in a separate Sakurai, video. But I don't know. Now it's hard to say because we're so far into this. They could very well be working on a new character trailer and needed some more time by Sakurai and his team. I'm sure there's their own separate team to work on trailers, independently, but still, they probably needed extra time to get this character out to surprise people, and I don't know if that's a good thing, meaning they have a lot of games still, and they wanted to also surprise us with a new Smash character, or is this a bad thing, saying that we don't have much, so here's another Smash character? Because it seems like that's what they've been doing a lot, is saving the big announcements for Smash characters instead of big games. There could also be some positive attributes to this. They could be working on a lot of games and potentially preparing a bigger presentation, kind of like the Switch one in 2017. I doubt this, but there could be like a Super Direct coming or something where they have a lot of announcements in one time, and they could just show us a lot of things. But my fear is that it tarnishes the name of E3 then, because we're just in this weird gap now where there's only like 2 months until the Nintendo E3 presentation of 2020. We have, obviously, we're in March, we have April and May, and then boom, there's E3. So, it's hard. If this was put out earlier, if this Direct was like in February, it'd be easier to predict stuff. But it's like one of these presentations to me feels like it's going to suffer because of this short gap. Is this Direct going to be a lot lighter than we expected, which cannot happen after waiting 180 days? Is this E3 presentation going to be lackluster, which also cannot happen? It's E3. This is where you really shine. So I don't know. I'd be perfectly fine with them announcing a whole bunch of stuff during this Direct and then actually playing the stuff and having like 1 or 2 more big announcements at E3. I think fans just want announcements, man. We are 180 days deep and people just want to see what's coming to their console. People just want games to play, and right now we don't have that. We have Animal Crossing here in like the next couple 15 17 days, which is insane, that we're about to dive into a whole brand new game, and that's fun and all, but we don't have anything else. Yes, you guys, Blade Chronicles remake, but it's a remake. Come on, let's be real. The game's already been remade on the 3DS too, so it's a game that we've seen multiple times. We really don't have much. For me personally, this is going to be my first time playing the Animal Crossing game, and I'm actually kind of excited to dive in and see what the game's all about. But I don't have really anything for me this year. I mean, at all. And normally I can find something, even something. Like, for instance, last year, I didn't even play Pokemon ever, and I played it for the first time, and I had a lot of fun. So maybe Animal Crossing is my only game this year? I don't know. And that's what's scary to me. But I do have some bad feelings in my gut, and I'm going to talk about those bad feelings and some bad things that could be happening because of that. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news because, I could post this video today and tomorrow we could wake up perfectly fine with a Nintendo Direct announcement. They always announce the Directs a day before. But I just have this bad feeling that what if there's no direct? Ever since they put out that timeline of the games that's coming out, I'm like, why put out a timeline if a direct is coming? Like, the timeline had like 3 games and the rest were like third-party games. I was like, what is this? What kind of timeline is this? This is not going to get anybody excited besides Animal Crossing. I was like, it was just weird that they put out that timeline. And I think in the announcement that they said there were going to be more Nintendo Direct or Nintendo information announcements throughout the year. And I'm like, do you have to announce that? That's something that's really weird to announce. Say, hey, there's more announcements coming this year. Like, obviously, there's always announcements coming throughout the year. But I don't know. The fact that they announced that makes me rethink everything. It makes me say, hold on. Are they saying this for a reason? Are they saying this because they're literally just having small announcements throughout the year until E3? I don't know. It's a scary situation. I don't see a universe where we don't have a direct before E3. I just don't think they can do that for their shareholders, for the stock, everything. I just don't think that would be a smart decision on their part. But who knows? Maybe that's something they're planning on doing, and maybe they're just trying to, have a gigantic E3, but man, that's going to let a lot of people down. I mean, that's going to be a lot of no content for Nintendo. Nobody talking, no YouTubers posting anything new. It's going to be a very slow time until E3 if that's the case. And I really hope that's not the case. I'm sure Animal Crossing is going to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest game selling on the Switch. But that's not enough just to, bounce 2020 off of. And then you can't just wait for the game to come out in order for the next Direct. You got to have this direct appear. You got to have a direct come and say, look what's coming. You got Animal Crossing coming very soon. You can play that. You can be content. But also, prepare for this coming. Prepare for this coming. Prepare for a new Mario, a new Mario, Paper Mario, a new Zelda. Just something to get fans excited again. Because right now, I think Nintendo fans are as quiet and as dry as they have ever been in my eyes. And it's a really sad time. There could also be problems internally. Maybe something went wrong with the presentation itself, with the video format. Maybe they had to change stuff. Maybe they added stuff. Maybe they took stuff away. Like I said, I do think it has something to do with like a specific game. I can see Breath of the Wild not being ready yet, and they had to take it out and also replace it with a new game, maybe like a brand new Mario Kart for the holiday or something. That could definitely been the case, or they could just had like a corrupted file or something. Maybe they had to just completely, wipe the direct and restart from the ground up or something. I don't know. I thought they would have been done with this thing and ready to go, and maybe they are, and maybe they're just, waiting for a specific time. I don't know what Doug Bowser and the team at Nintendo is thinking. I don't know what type of game plan they think this is. And it's just Nintendo Directs are so special, man. They are very, very, very special gifts we get from Nintendo every now and then. And it's just something that we, often take for granted. And I think now that we're 180 days deep, we can't really take it for granted anymore. I think when this thing is finally announced, the world is going to lose their mind, and I think speculation is going to be through the roof, which also puts a lot of weight on Nintendo themselves to come through. They've got to come through with this. This cannot be an ordinary Direct with a couple of announcements. This has to hit hard, or people are going to feel, just betrayed. Like, they waited all this time for some good announcements, and there's nothing. There's got to be a lot of good stuff in this Direct. I mean, there has to be. There's no exception this time around. And this thing's got to happen soon. I told you guys before, and I still believe this, it can't go past the second week of March, or I think that gap is going to close, that window's going to close between now and E3, and it's going to be like, what's the point of having a Direct in the first place? If a Direct doesn't happen within the next 2 weeks, meaning this week and next week, I think it's safe to say that we might not get a Direct at all. So, I don't know. I just keep seeing people on Twitter saying, wait until February, we did. Wait until March, we did. Look at us now. It just seems like people are just continuing to push it back, wait until April, and we're going to go all the way to E3 before Direct. So, I don't know. I don't know what's Nintendo's plans. I don't know what they plan on doing. I don't know if they're waiting for a specific game. I don't know if they had to reboot this Direct and, kind of rework it. I don't know. This is just some speculation, and this could be what's making us wait so long. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you guys think there's something behind the scenes that they're working on? Why are we waiting so long? When is this Direct going to take place? Hopefully we get an announcement tomorrow morning and this can all go away, or, next week or something. I don't know. But I think if it does go into the 3rd and the 4th weeks of March, it is a bad sign. I don't think they're going to, wait that long and make that gap that small. But who knows? It is Nintendo after all, and they are one of the companies around the world that are literally impossible to predict. But with that, I am going to head out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If you liked the video and you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe. If you guys are new, it helps me out a lot. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.